business, what do you expect to happen? And if you don't mind your own business, I think Mark told me this, if you don't mind your own business, somebody else will.
Right.
And that's how a lot of people capitalize and buy other people's businesses. You didn't take care of your business, okay, I'll buy it.
And that's what I feel like is going on with our industry. We got a lot of people that's running our industry that have no license, that have no knowledge of the business. And, we have people here that have passion about the business, but we're not up there. So I encourage you guys to literally, you said you're teaching right now, but Eric, you're the youngest one here.
What makes you take it so seriously? That's what I want to know from a younger generation.
For me, everybody's different. So for me, why I take it seriously, because this is my livelihood. This is what I do from the minute I wake up to the few hours that I'm about to go to sleep on.
Right.
Like, I've been doing it for so many years.
So it's a need.
Yeah, it's a need. It's a need for me, Like,
do you view it as a job?
No, this is my career.
May I ask a couple questions? I just love, and I've been watching young men growing up all these years. Like I said, I've been cutting since 12. I've cut from 1 to recently deceased. And I know a man when I see a man. And I got a lot of respect for, who you are and where you come from. And I have a podcast called The Dadcast. I have 2 questions. Do you have a son? No. Do you have a child and your dad was in your life?
Yes.
Fair indeed.
So what you trying to say? Did that make it different?
I think so.
I
think so, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
It makes a difference if
I've seen the opposite end of the spectrum because my dad was in and out of my life, but a lot of who I am was a lot of resentment. But I watched other men and uncles raise me. Mm-hmm. But I know when a man has raised a man, and I know when a man has a child, and both.
Right.
And I can hear it.
Trevor know my dad. So.
Yeah.
I don't. I didn't meet you until 17 minutes ago.
Right.
Trevor tell you, he'll tell you.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this later. Good talking. Good meeting you and good talking to you, brother.
Okay, so saying that with the coronavirus, we know that the coronavirus is affecting our life.
As I call. Man, no.
Oh, wait, did you just call?
Yes, he did.
Wait,
no, fuck
Trevor. Just call. No.
Man, I just called. I'm like, my mouth cough. I feel no cough. Corona.
At this time, you be holding coughs in. You be like, "Whoa, I don't want nobody to think I got
no, really though. I'm
not thinking about
it. Man, I will leave. I will bow out. Hey, I will bow out. I make everybody else feel comfortable. I'm cool. Man.
Yeah,
okay, so they saying that this is gonna affect our business. I disagree because I feel like this is what we've been trained for as licensees. Just like medical professions, they've been trained, in infection control and safety and client protection. We've been trained in that as well. So that's why I look at our license as being on that level, because we do have human to human contact. And we have been trained how to deal with that. So Steve Sleeper, he's the executive producer of PBA, Professional Business Association. And he's just saying that this is going to be a downturn for salons, which I totally disagree. Does anybody have any comments on that?
I agree with you. That's not going to affect our business at all. Like you said, we practice this every day, sanitation. And that's what the main thing about going to school was. Practice sanitation. Whether you got to wear gloves, wear a face mask, whatever you got to do. Sanitize your hands, sanitize your equipment, your station, your chair, everything. Take care of your client. You'll be taken care of at the end.
Right.
I believe that on that end, it wouldn't affect us. However, if my customer's not working, I'm not working.
Right.
If my customers doesn't have a movie to go enjoy, if they don't have a job to go to, if they don't have if they didn't stockpile or get some reserves because we don't know what's going on in this questionable time, it's like, if they're gonna, my generation would probably be more precautious and like, hold on, let me see what's going on first. And we probably have our age group, I'm talking about my demographic, probably have insurances, probably have a cushion. However, 80% of America is, for the most part, one paycheck away from being broke. One paycheck away from being broke. So now at this point, for me, I cherish my customers even more so. I'll go a little bit further for them because it relieves that pressure when they sit in that chair. I want them when they sit in that chair to feel like okay, whether it be a drink, whether it be if I have food, whatever else I can do for them at this point for the money that they're going to spend, then I want them to feel awesome because we don't know where their finances are and where they stand financially. However, you may have some cats in your generation where they may live with their family members. They may have roommates or whatever else, and they can forge through. Mm-hmm. Whereas some people right now aren't working. They're worried about another bill. Mm-hmm. They're worried about childcare. Some people are going to private school. Are you still going to pay tuition while your child gets a booklet or a home package? You're going to pay that X amount, $165, $190 a week, and you getting a package?
Right.
But yet still, people over here fighting over toilet paper and water.
Right.
And like, wow. Go to the faucet, get you a water purifier, save you some money.
Right.
It's like, but then that fear is making them not also think.
Right.
And when you function on emotion, you don't function logically.
Right.
From what I've learned.
Right.
So I think on that end, the sterilization, you can be clean all day.
Right.
But if you have a clean, empty shop.
Right. Finances. So you think it's going to hit the finances. But
man,
I done seen us come through a lot of it's like when we had the downturn with the housing market, when the industry crashed, it's like people still was getting their hair done. If they wasn't doing nothing else, they was getting their hair cut because it was a certain way of making people still feel better, even though you're going through a down spot.
The experience.
So yeah, so leveling up on the experience, definitely.
I'd have a bottle and you'd have a drink and a haircut.
Right. What you think, Mark? You think the corona is gonna put us out of business or close down some businesses or keep you from working?
It will not shut down our industry. It will close down some businesses. And to piggyback as well as balance on what they both said, one, common sense ain't common. So you can't expect everybody to do what is expected of you.
Right.
Makes sense? And this is why you were questioning some of the people that are coming into the industry. It's like, okay, you have the skill, but look at your station. Look at your functionality. Like, none of this. You're not even reading. You're not even retaining this information.
Right.
This is a new age where technology, I call it virtual insanity. Mm. Like people are looking and walking into my room, and sometimes grown men show me a picture on their phone and say, "Can I have this haircut?" Sir, you don't have this texture. That's photoshopped.
Right.
Or those are enhancements.
Right.
You're not going to get any of this. Not even some of it. You're not going to get any of this. So you've got unequal expectations sometimes.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, back to his point now, the professionalism. I have clients, no problem. They showing up.
Right.
They showing up.
Like I still have people in the medical industry that they got to go to work.
They going to work.
They need their grays colored and covered.
I am still getting clients. I'm getting texts from clients that I haven't cut in a long time.
Right.
Because their shops are being shut down.
Right. That's what
Why is it? Because they've been sitting there watching other shops and looking at how their process works and like, I don't know if that's clean.
Right.
But this guy has sanitized. He has labeled, what do we have to do?
Yes,
the clean and soiled.
Yes.
Clean,
Yep.
And soiled, disinfected.
Soiled, trash.
All
the
of the
labels.
above.
Yes.
Right. I wear gloves with my cuts. I spray every clipper I put on you.
Right.
As long as you're following your procedures and what you were trained on and what you should be studying in order to protect, because client protection is everything. Even people don't realize the fact that I guess they're just not paying attention in barber school sometimes. They'll say like if somebody has a disease, not only can you contract it, you can pass it on.
Right.
And then you're responsible.
Right.
Like you can get sued.
Yes. Licensor. That's what licensing.
That's what licensing is about. Like you
Yeah.
can get sued for this. When I heard that, I was like, oh, I'm not playing with my business or my livelihood
Right. Right.
or my daughters.
Right.
I'm not about to mess around and contract something. Oh, you know what? I am going to clean this properly. Oh, let me follow my steps. But a lot of people just, they play in the game.
Right.
So that virtual insanity, oh, I just want to get that haircut and get 50,000 followers. Yeah, you can if you want. But if you nick that person and you pass something on, or if you do something wrong and you're not concerned, or back to what he was saying, also, if you're not caring about your client, if you got laid off, I've had several clients that got laid off. I'm like, look, you can't be out here ugly trying to get a job.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let me cut your rate down.
Right. Right.
You know,
right.
and I'll keep that in between us so I can keep my other rates up.
Right.
That's my business.
Definitely. So
That's
so
my
it's
thought
not.
process.
So it just looked like it's just gonna have to be some change going on during
We got to
this
make
time.
adjustments.
Absolutely.
And change is not always bad. Change is not always bad. Sometimes it can be for the good.
Have you had to make adjustments? If so, what kind?
I made a few adjustments. I stayed open for most of my clients. All of them. I try to even stay later because I know some that are working still and they're running this curfew thing. So to where they might get off too late, they don't have enough time to go and get a haircut. Like, you know what, let me know what time you get off. I'll cut you at the shop, no trip. I've been increasing my hours of cutting, the time of the service. So from every 30 minutes, like 45, 50 minutes, I'm just giving them an hour. Just to take that little load off, I'm going to take more time with your cut,
Right.
show you more love.
What would you, being a colleague of another barber your age, what kind of advice would you give them?
Take it serious, man.
Everything you said.
Everything, take it serious and love what you do and do what you love. If you don't really love it, then don't do it. Don't think that this is just to make some money. This is more than just making money. This is changing people's lives.
Right.
The reason why I asked is because this would have given you an opportunity to talk to some of those other barbers that are about your age or whatever, that you see them that may be doing something wrong, and you can talk to them directly to help them, because sometimes your youth can be your enemy.
Right.
You tell them something like, "Oh, hold up, man! You gonna sit there and tell me X, Y, and Z?" But
Yeah.
So when you try to give advice to a peer, sometimes it could appear kind of negative, or they can receive it negatively. That's why I wanted to give you the opportunity to say, because you see your boy is doing some, man, stop smoking bud before the cut. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like, I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, you might want to smoke the bud after the cut. You know what I mean? Don't smoke with the customer.
Make sure you got a gap in between your haircut before you go take a smoke.
Take a break.
Right.
Okay,
Time
yeah.
and place for everything.
Exactly.
Don't mix your business with pleasure at all.
And that's what
Right.
I always say. Everything, the left hand ain't always got to know what the right hand doing
Yeah.
all the time. It just don't.
Because
It's better off. Some things are better left unknown.
right.
Because people start judging you based on
minding your business. Like you said,
Yeah.
I'm gonna mind my business.
Right.
Yeah, were you about to say something, Trevor? Before we
No, it was
wrap
just, I just think it's good for iron to sharpen iron. Now
Yes.
he's here in this form. I'm probably sure he's absorbing some of this energy.
Yes,
and information.
definitely, definitely. That's what it's all about. To
Right,
me.
but for him, because I believe that he'll probably be an icon and in this industry.
Right,
So for him to give advice now, to give him the opportunity to practice it,
right.
I want to help sharpen him too, so that when he sees another barber, as he gets older, you have earned just as much respect that we have.
Right,
We love you enough to pass it to you so that you can be great too. It's about passing the torch
right,
of intelligence, strength, power, and influence that and pour that into your spirit now, so that when other barbers your age see you, they'll be like, "Nah, man, Eric came up under some
Not to cut you off, man, but I want to reiterate and just give you your props too, man. Like, I've seen so many men, including myself, just grow and learn from you. Like I've told you before, you are such a pillar. And I've seen certain men, like real gang members, come into our shop
and turn their life around.
No.
Crips and Bloods.
No, Crips and Bloods.
Like opposite side of the street.
Right.
But no, when they come around Mr. Graham,
right.
Oh,
no,
we're not playing these games.
No, it's real times where we stop and we have to pray. Like somebody come in, hey, y'all take off all the music. We about to stop right now. Put your drinks down. The homie. So it's kind of like, whoa, man, like it's for real. I'm gonna have on my baseball cap.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, y'all put y'all drinks down, man. The homie needed prayer right now.
Right.
So take off the music. Hey, y'all come inside. Y'all come. Even the ones that was smoking bud, come on. We gotta pray right now.
Right.
All right, Pastor, go ahead.
And even if he wasn't on that, like the stand up man that he always is, and you're gonna grow to be, and who I've become because of him. You know what I mean? It's a trickle down effect. And I want to just give you your props for that, man, because I've witnessed it and I've grown through it, and then I can hear certain people, give me my props on occasions because of it. I'm like, me?
Yes.
Me?
Right.
Sure, want me?
No, for real.
But I'm like,
hey, real quick. Mark was managing the shop, whatever else, but I used to call Mark the coolest jerk. Like he's like the coolest jerk. Like so he's the man. He running everything. But I'm like, man, I can't stand your ass. But he'll get it done, make it happen. Like whatever. It ain't personal, but he just handles his business, get it. And he got hot or cold. Period. It's like Mark is a hog to me. So I saw nothing but greatness coming from Mark. And when he graduated from college, also while he was a barber and be getting married and
barber school and
like,
having my daughter.
Man, I was like, Mark is a hog, but he's out to go get it. If he make it happen, Mark is the type of person that I'm gonna make it happen for me. I ain't gonna let it happen to me.
Right.
So I was like, there, Mark. Yeah. So
that's dope.
Yeah,
and
I roll with Mark.
Yeah,
so Eric, you can see why I want to bring you on here.
Yes.
Because this is
you next, brother.
This is the
you next, and you better than
Yes.
us. You next, and you better than us. We telling you now.
I'm about to clean my closet up right now. Next time you see me.
Hey, let's step our game up. It just happened to be my off day, but I'm stepping up tomorrow.
I really do think that it's gonna happen with this generation, and it started, in my opinion, my spirit. It starts with the individual.
Yeah.
So for me, I want to make it great, and it is going to flourish onto somebody. Just touch somebody's life in a positive manner. So if you ever leave this earth, your existence meant something to somebody else.
Yeah.
And
we receive
the multiplicity too, like, impacting others.
Right.
Yes.
Like I said, I just met this young man, and now to hear that he just that quick said that he's learning from us, I didn't know.
You never know whose life you touch.
Right.
And you got to remember that too.
Yes.
As a young cat, you don't know whose life you touched.
Yep. That is so true. So change from generation to generation isn't always bad, huh?
No.
Absolutely not.
Because a lot of people I know from the older generation, they look down on the younger generation. So I just want to say thank you guys for being a part of my podcast. I really enjoyed your company. I already knew this was going to be a bash hit right here, this trio right here. And I just want to leave with you guys a little quote, and it says, "The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new."
Amen.
Okay?
Like that.
Amen.
And just like that, we bow out. Thank you.